entire world's been chasing that great white hope since he first got dosed with that serum.
Steve did not put you in jail.
It's true. You can't hate everybody of a group just because of what the worst members did.
Ooh, bacon.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Reverse BLT here, and I am about to start episode 5, the penultimate episode of the first season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, entitled simply Truth. And that's a very, very telling title, because we all saw what John Walker, new Captain America, got up to in the last episode. So I'm guessing this is truth as in truth and consequences. So let's see what those consequences are. I'm not even going to bother with a recap. We all know what kind of crazy shit went down last episode, so let's just get right into it. You're never going to outrun the memory of what you did, buddy. We need Odin to step in with a "you're unworthy" speech.
You saw what happened. You know what I had to do. I killed him because I had to.
But you didn't,
Kill
though.
Lamar!
You didn't kill Lamar, John. You gotta give me the shield, man.
So that's what this is.
Man, you've gone crazy.
Why are you making me do this?
Yeah, it's like he picked up some tricks from his when he had to fight Spider-Man. Ow! I felt that. I felt almost like I was watching WWF back in the day just now. Tag team! That shield was meant for you, Sam. Time to pick it up. Ew, dude, you're rubbing your hands in someone else's blood. You don't know what diseases that guy might have had.
Hey, you got your sleeve back.
Are you off to take care of Zemo?
How did he get his sleeve back?
All right, good to know you survived.
We haven't seen you in a while.
Wait, yo, you forgot the wings.
Keep him.
I mean, they don't work right now, so they're just dead weight. Hey, it's my hometown.
John F. Walker, it is the order of this council that you are no longer to act in any capacity as a representative of the United States government or its military. You are hereby stripped of your title and authority as Captain America, effective immediately.
I only ever did what you asked of me, what you told me to be and trained me to do, and I did it. And I did it well.
The show hits on so many deep themes.
You will be given an other than honorable discharge, retroactive to the beginning of the month. You will hold no rank in retirement and receive no benefits.
Wow. Because it is true. Our military is designed to break young men down and women and rebuild them into weapons that can be aimed at the enemy. And sometimes that goes awry.
Take things one step at a time. You start by visiting Lamar's parents. They need to see you. And then we can build.
Who be this?
Well, these boots are not made for walking.
It's my baby.
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Actually, it's Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
I know
it's
this.
hard, but
I know
don't like
this.
to repeat myself. So you can just call me Val. But don't call me Val. Just keep it in your head. I would have killed a bastard too. Nobody in there is mad
Purple
at
in
you
her
about
hair.
that.
Marvel likes to use purple as a signifier of villainy.
Who are you, anyway? You did the right thing. Taking the serum. Yeah, of course I know about that. And I'll tell you something, it has made you very, very valuable to certain people. I'll be in touch.
So is she the real power broker?
No.
What's her card say?
There's nothing on it.
Black and white. I'm guessing she's the real power broker. So they didn't go anywhere? That's hilarious, actually. It's pretty much what I would do, too. Just not really go anywhere, because they wouldn't expect you usually to just be right where they lost you.
How many times do we have to pay with our lives just to be citizens of this goddamn planet? The movement is ready. They're not going to stop. Not unless we make them. It's time.
That looks very CGI. I wonder if it really is, though.
I thought you'd be here sooner. Don't worry. I've decided I'm not going to kill you.
Imagine my relief.
The girl has been radicalized beyond salvation. I warned Sam, but he didn't listen to me. He's as stubborn as Steve Rogers before him. But you... they literally programmed you to kill. James, do what needs to be done.
I appreciate the advice, but we're gonna do it our own way.
Yeah. I was afraid you would say that.
What'd you do, Zemo? Fake out. He's got tritium sights on that bad boy. Get to go hang out with them for a while.
Ladies, I took the liberty of crossing off my name in your book. I hold no grudges for what you thought you had to do. Goodbye, James.
We will take him to the raft,
Oh.
where he will live out his days.
Nah, he's gonna escape.
It would be prudent to make yourself scarce in Wakanda for the time being, White Wolf.
Fair enough.
Well, at least it's not a permanent ban.
Hey. I may have another favor to ask.
You can ask them to make Sam a new and improved suit. Man, Baltimore is looking pretty decent here. For the middle of the night. Us inner city boys would be very surprised to see a street in the heart of the city looking like this, like Baltimore or DC or Chicago, for instance. In the middle of the night. Usually you'd have a bunch of people standing on the corner, cars driving by real slow.
Those stars and stripes don't mean nothing good to me.
Understand that.
I need to understand.
You understand. Every black man does. Whether you want to deny it or not.
Don't do that bitter old man thing with me.
If you ain't bitter, you're blind.
What went wrong?
was the time, man. Some
saw
people would like to take us
men
back.
in the Red Tails, the famous 332, fight for this country, only to come home to find crosses burned on their lawn.
Yep,
From
get
the
treated like
South.
shit.
I get that. But you were a super soldier like Steve. You could have been the next.
The next? What? Blonde hair, blue eyes, stars and stripes. The entire world's been chasing that great white hope since he first got dosed with that serum.
Steve did not put you in jail.
That's true. You can't hate everybody of a group just because of what the worst members did. But I'm going to tell you right now, people who were not part of that and don't believe in that, you also don't serve anything by pretending that those things didn't happen or trying to ignore the legacy of it.
You wanted to know what went wrong. A handful of us got shot up with different versions of that serum. But they don't tell us what it is. They tell us it's tetanus.
Just like the syphilis experiment.
Some of us start dying off. Then a couple of the boys get captured on a mission. I heard the brass talking about blowing the POW camp to hell to hide the evidence. But those are my men, my brothers, not evidence.
So you went in to get them.
So I bust out of the facility one night, and I brought them boys back. Not that it made a damn bit of difference. It wasn't long before it was only me left. And what did I get for saving their lives? For the next 30 years, they experimented on me, trying to figure out why the serum worked. There was a nurse. She took pity on me, wrote up some fake reports, something. She had me declared dead. That's who gave me this.
So fucked up.
My God. Sam, I loved her so much.
We gotta tell somebody.
No. Leave me dead. My name is buried.
But the world's different now.
You think things are different? They were worried my story might get out. They erased me. My history. But they've been doing that for 500 years. Pledge allegiance to that, my brother.
But we can make it mean something different.
Let a black man
something better.
In America. And even if they did, no self-respecting black man would ever want to be.
Takes a lot of courage to change the world. You have to be willing to admit what came before and accept your ancestors' part in it, and then work together to tear down what was built by those people, build something new and better. But burying your head in the sand isn't going to fix it. Pretending that things were always great isn't going to fix it.
It would be fun to take the boat out one more time, right, before we sell it. It's a great spot in Grand Isle. Your grandfather used to take me catch a lot of fish.
And he's finally accepted that he has to
Mom
move
said we
on.
can't sell it.
And now she hasn't.
It's too messed up. Mr. didn't say he wouldn't buy it because it costs more to fix.
And then he said something else in Vietnamese.
It was a rough day.
You mean with Isaiah Bradley?
What they did to him.
But he told her about Isaiah?
No.
Because how else
Trying
would
to
she
figure
know?
out what it all means.
But as far as the boat is concerned, bottom line is Mr. Den backed out. I don't know what to do. Parts alone in that thing are going to eat up most of what we get back.
Yeah, how many people still owe Mom and Dad something?
All of them? All that's left, for sure.
Crowdfunding.
Well, it might be time to call in a few of those favors.
Hey, crowdfunding helped me out when things were really, really low. So do not ever be too proud to ask for help, people. I learned that lesson way too late in life. And by the same token, don't be one of those assholes who doesn't give back once you finally get where you're going. I hate people who kick the ladder out from behind them once they climb it.
Tommy, Carlos, man, this is amazing.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we still got a bit of usefulness in us.
So how do we get it off the truck?
One of your super soldier friends come to help you. Don't break it.
You're welcome.
Just
Now
drop
kiss.
this off. You can sign for it and I'll go.
Now, I don't know if that's where this is going, but if it is, I ship them. That looks like that just wasn't tightened well enough. Uh-oh, somebody's sister has a little crush, I see. Being a super soldier has its
Why
advantages.
didn't you use the metal arm?
Well, I don't always think of it immediately. I'm right-handed. I'm Bucky.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh, they're cute too. Why not? When you look like Sebastian Stan, you gotta get used to everybody liking it. If I were taking this little break from the main story. Right. Ask for help.
Think Carla's gonna throw in the towel?
I think she's gonna double down.
Any idea how to stop her?
No, I got Joaquin working on something.
Well, Zemo says there's only one way.
Yeah, but in fairness, that's Zemo's go-to for everything. Okay, that's not entirely true. I think he tries diplomacy first, but he's much quicker to get to the point of like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill you.
Got a hotel room for the night. Crash, you know?
So you're just gonna set me up like that, huh?
Well, I don't want to make it weird for your family.
Just stay here. But don't flirt with my sister.
No.
Because if you do, I'll have Carlos cut you up and feed you to the fish.
Okay.
What if he flirts with you, Sam?
That guy. He's the one that killed our boy?
Yes.
That's a lie.
I'll never let the person who did that get away. I hope you can find some measure of peace in that.
Well, if they're the typical Southern Baptist folk that a lot of black people I know are, they're probably going to be like, you should have let him go. We're all about forgiveness and stuff. Though honestly, when I really think about it, the typical Southern Baptist black folk I know would be like, I know Jesus says we should forgive him, but I want to kill him.
I know he's resting easier, knowing that the man who's responsible got his justice.
All right, so literally eye for an eye type.
When they made you Captain America, and he would tell me every day what an honor it was to be your partner. It meant the world to him.
Yeah. I feel a little sorry for John Walker. He wanted to be a good man, and that's ultimately what led him down the wrong path. That's a shame when it's the desire for good that makes you bad.
If you ever need me, I'm always here for you.
I'm surprised he's not healed up by now. The super soldier serum usually makes you heal really fast, too.
I can give you double this time. I promise you won't regret saying yes. So what's it gonna be?
What are you up to, Sharon?
Hey.
Put it back.
Yeah, kids will be kids. I love how Sam just keeps trying to give that damn thing away. He just doesn't want to carry the weight. And you guys know I mean that metaphorical weight. Okay, this slow-mo's gone on too long. I feel like I'm in a Zack Snyder film all of a sudden.
Hi, Sarah.
I told you specifically that the water pump was not the problem, and yet here you are.
Yep, Samuel. In our defense, we were supposed to be done long before you woke up.
I don't come up to this guy to tell you how to barrel roll or whatever, so don't come down here and start messing around with things you clearly don't understand.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow.
Off. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. Love you, bro.
She's a very mean person.
It's a very mean person. Oh, okay.
Feels weird. Picking it up again. The legacy of that shield is complicated, to say the least.
The stand-in for the flag. The legacy of the flag is complicated.
What it felt like for the black man to be handed the shield. How could we? How are you an apology? I'm sorry.
See, that's the attitude right there, guys. You want to be an ally, that is the attitude. Just accept that you don't understand.
Wasn't your fault.
But you want to try anyway.
I get it. It's just that shield's closest thing I've got left to a family. So when you retired it made me feel like I had nothing left. Made me question everything. You know, I've got his book, and I
Some
just
very
figured if
good
it worked
writing.
for him, then it would work for me.
You gotta stop looking to other people to tell you who you are.
It's a good lesson for everyone.
Let me ask you. You still having those nightmares?
All the time. It means I remember. It means a part of me is still there. Which means a part of the Winter Soldier is still in me.
Do the work. Do it.
I've been making amends.
You weren't amending, you were avenging. You were stopping all the wrongdoers you enabled as the Winter Soldier. Because you thought it would bring you closure.
No, you gotta apologize to the people you harmed.
You go to these people and say sorry. Because you think it'll make you feel better. Right? But you gotta make them feel better. You gotta go to them and be of service. I'm sure there's at least one person in that book who needs closure about something, and you're the only person who can give it to them.
Probably a dozen.
That's cool. Start with one.
Good talk.
That's what friends are for. I always wonder how people repaint boats. Do you have to lift the whole boat out of the water to repaint it?
Only one last thing.
Because you got to paint below the waterline, right?
Stop. Don't.
What do you all of a sudden not want to sell it?
I know the speech. It's not smart, but I just can't.
Sarah, I'm so happy to hear you say that.
There's a fight out there, and then there's our fight here. And bro, you have taken them both on. So you really gonna let Isaiah Bradley get in your head? You gonna let him decide what you do next?
Isaiah's been to hell and back. If I was in his shoes, I'd probably feel the exact same way. But what would be the point of all the pain and sacrifice if I wasn't willing to stand up and keep fighting?
Damn right. Just don't hit yourself in the head with that damn thing when you miss. Betty can practically hear Cap going, on your left. About a montage. That was impressive. New York City.
The right people will go along with this. They always do.
You have to consider the optics.
The optics are whatever we show
People
them.
have to believe in what we're doing to support us.
Do we really need to bother with a vote? I can make a call and have the refugees move now.
We're not rounding them up like cattle.
They can't stay where they are forever.
MCU terrorists and villains always have a flair for the dramatic. I love it. Get the mood lighting going before we start our nefarious plan.
What's in the box?
Well, that was the second to last episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier Season 1, Truth. And yeah, we were speaking a lot of truth in that one. This show is really digging deep into some very heavy themes. We got the struggle that soldiers go through after being, programmed to be warriors and to be killers, and then being expected to balance things like, rules of engagement and political optics and all these other things when they were really sort of crafted for the most part to be blunt instruments. And the effect that can have on them psychologically with the now old new Captain America. I feel for him, it's clear that he really just took to heart all of his training and all of what he thought he was meant for in terms of what the military told him he was meant for. And he's confused. He doesn't know who to be if he's not fitting into that mold, I think. And so now that he doesn't have any of that, he's just sort of adrift. But the problem is he was unstable, and there's no getting around that. He was too tightly wound to ever be a good Captain America. And now we finally have Bucky, we finally have Sam, with Bucky's help, realizing that he can take on this mantle, that even though the history that goes into the shield, which is really just the history of the flag, history of America, that even though so much of that history was designed to disenfranchise, exclude, and beat down certain people, especially black people in this country, it doesn't mean that we can't be part of the future. There are definitely people who try to hold black people back still, and who want to roll things back to the old days where, where black people were basically non-entities in this country. But those people are vanishing. They are getting louder, it's true, but their numbers are dwindling. They use their loud voices to make it seem like their numbers are growing, but they're not. What we're seeing are people who have been hiding, who now feel emboldened to speak up. So it seems like their numbers are growing, but they're not. As time marches on, more and more people realize just how stupid, backward, and just plain pathetic racial supremacy is as an ideology. That means that the future ultimately belongs to those who embrace everyone. And I'm glad that Sam was able to see that, that just because the past was what it was, and even though you carry those scars with you as an individual, as a community, as a nation, that you can still make a decision to be part of a better future. I'm really glad to see that that ultimately appears to be the message of this show. Great episode. Everybody acted the hell out of it. And I can't wait to see what the new uniform looks like, because I know that's got to be what's in the box. And to see how they wrap everything up. I'm sorry that Carly just can't let go of her mission. She, in a way, is an exact mirror of John Walker. And so she's just so obsessed that she's going to go and try to achieve her goals no matter what the cost, no matter who she has to hurt, no matter how much she has to destabilize everything. And that's no better a way to do things than John Walker's way was. And of course, it was great seeing my baby, can't believe I'm blanking on her name right now, even though I love her so much, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who I swear has like a a picture of herself in her attic that's like getting older and uglier.
No literary references left unturned.
Because she seems to get better and better looking as she ages. It's crazy. She was a fun little moment in this. I'm sure that the goofiness of her character belies just how dangerous she probably is. At this point, I'm going to put my money on her being the power broker.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Even though Sharon is also still acting sus as hell. But I guess we'll find out who ultimately is the power broker, and which one of them or whether both of them are actually villains in this final episode that's coming up. I will probably actually get right into that after I get something to eat. because food is good, guys. I like food. You should get some food too. Anyway, if you like this video, click like, hit subscribe, and come back for the next one. I hope you guys are having a great day, and bye-bye.